Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the world of rare treasures and forgotten fortunes. Today, we dive deep into the mystery of a pair of United States 1-cent coins from the years 1978 and 1980, coins that, at first glance, may seem like nothing more than ordinary pocket change, but in reality, can be silent giants in the world of numismatics. These copper-sided beauties, especially when found in that untouched, naturally aged, dirty condition, hold a charm that cannot be faked and a value that continues to surprise collectors. Let's start from number 1. The 1978 1-cent copper coin may look like just another small, humble piece of change, but in the right condition, it transforms from a simple penny into a breathtaking treasure. This coin carries more than just its face value. It carries a story of rarity, legacy, and the kind of fortune that could turn an ordinary person into a millionaire in a single transaction. At first glance, its copper surface may seem unassuming, but under the light, it glows with that unmistakable warm, reddish hue that older coins possess. This shine is not just beauty, it's a marker of history, of a time when the U.S. Mint still struck pennies in almost pure copper before shifting to cheaper metals. The 1978 edition stands at the crossroads of tradition and change. Collectors know that not all 1978 pennies are created equal. The ones that spark bidding wars are those with flawless surfaces, razor-sharp details, and not a single scratch from decades of circulation. These coins, tucked away in drawers or forgotten in jars, have survived the years like untouched artifacts waiting for discovery. What makes the 1978 copper cent so alluring is not just its composition, but the hidden errors and variations that slipped through the minting process. A slight doubling in the lettering, a faint misalignment, or an off-center strike can transform it from an everyday coin into a once-in-a-lifetime find worth a staggering sum. Some rare examples have been preserved in uncirculated condition, still bearing that fresh-from-the-mint brilliance, the kind that dazzles under a magnifying glass. In such pristine states, these coins become the crown jewels of numismatic collections, pushing values into the unimaginable, numbers so high they make headlines. Imagine finding one of these ultra-rare specimens and learning it could fetch millions. It's not fantasy, it's the reality for a lucky few who stumbled upon treasures hiding in plain sight. That's why seasoned collectors scour coin rolls, estate sales, and old piggy banks in search of this copper miracle. The 1978 1-cent copper coin's value also rests in its place within the broader story of U.S. currency. It represents the tail end of an era when pennies felt solid, substantial, and made from metal that held intrinsic value. After the early 1980s, the cost of copper rose, forcing the mint to change to cheaper zinc cores. Beyond its material, this coin holds a psychological allure. For some, it's a link to childhood memories of clinking change in their pockets. For others, it's an investment, a tangible piece of history immune to the fluctuations of paper money. Owning one feels like holding time itself. Condition is king when it comes to valuation. A worn, circulated penny might be worth only slightly above face value, but a flawless mint-state coin, especially with rare errors, can skyrocket in price. Collectors often send them to grading agencies, where even a single notch higher in the grade can add thousands to its worth. There's also a mystique around the so-called millionaire penny stories, where a single discovery changed someone's financial fate overnight. These tales aren't just urban legends, they're documented in the annals of numismatic history, fueling the hunt for the next jackpot coin. The key to the coin's fortune-making power lies in scarcity. While millions were minted, only a fraction remain in perfect form. Fewer still bear the rare errors that command eye-watering prices. Each surviving gem becomes a competition piece in high-stakes auctions. Over the decades, the 1978 copper cent has become a benchmark for collectors. It's the kind of coin that separates casual hobbyists from serious investors, the kind that can elevate a small collection into an elite portfolio. The thrill of finding one is almost indescribable. It's like pulling a winning lottery ticket from your pocket, except this ticket is over 4 decades old and made of metal. It's a quiet treasure, invisible to most, yet life-changing to those who recognize it. In auctions, when a rare 1978 copper penny appears, the room's atmosphere changes. Bidders lean forward. Paddles rise. Numbers climb with the intensity of a race, each jump reflecting the growing realization that this small coin could become the crown jewel of someone's lifetime. This coin's rise in value has also made it a symbol of patience and knowledge. Those who took the time to learn its nuances, to understand what makes one worth a fortune, are the ones who reap the rewards. It's not just luck, it's dedication. The beauty of the 1978 copper cent is that it still hides among us. It could be in your kitchen drawer, in your old wallet, or rolling around in your car's cup holder. That mystery is part of its magic. Stories circulate of coins found in forgotten family collections, untouched for decades, selling for amounts that bought houses, cars, and financial freedom. In every case, the owner's life changed overnight, all because of a penny most people would overlook. When you hold one in your hand, you're not just holding copper, you're holding the possibility of rewriting your destiny. It's a bridge between past and future, between history and wealth. That's why seasoned collectors advise, never dismiss a coin because it looks ordinary. The greatest treasures are often wrapped in plain packaging, waiting for the right eyes to recognize them. The 1978 copper cent also holds an artistic charm. From the fine engraving of Abraham Lincoln's profile to the sharp lettering of "In God We Trust," every detail tells a story of craftsmanship and pride in minting. For those who own one, the decision to sell is never simple. The potential for appreciation means that today's fortune could be tomorrow's fortune doubled. It's a coin that rewards patience almost as much as it rewards discovery. In the end, the 1978 1-cent copper coin is more than just currency, it's a dream in metal form. It's proof that history can be held in the palm of your hand and that even the smallest object can carry the weight of life-changing value. If you have one, guard it like a treasure. Don't let it slip away for a quick buck. This coin has the power to alter your path, to take you from ordinary to extraordinary overnight. And if you don't have one yet, keep looking. Because somewhere, in a pocket, a jar, or a forgotten box, the next millionaire-making penny is waiting for its moment to shine. Next is the ultra-rare 1980 1-cent copper coin, a small piece of metal that could turn an ordinary day into the moment you remember for the rest of your life. This is no ordinary penny. It is a coin whose value, rarity, and mysterious background make it one of the most sought-after treasures in the numismatic world. Imagine holding a coin that has been underestimated by millions, slipped through countless hands, and yet secretly holds the potential to bring its owner unimaginable wealth. This coin is not just currency, it's a hidden key to fortune. Back in 1980, the world of minting was changing. The U.S. Mint was transitioning from the heavy, high-cost copper alloy to a lighter, cheaper copper-plated zinc. But not all coins followed the new path. A very small number of 1-cent coins were struck in full copper composition, either intentionally or through a minting oversight. Those rare survivors became anomalies, and anomalies in coin collecting often mean staggering value. Today, these 1980 pure copper cents are seen not just as historical remnants but as golden tickets in the copper world. Collectors know that condition is everything, and here's where the magic begins. If your 1981 cent copper coin is in flawless or near-mint state, untouched by circulations wear, it doesn't just fetch a good price, it could command millions.
Why?
Because once a coin becomes that rare, its price isn't dictated by its denomination anymore, but by the battle between elite collectors determined to own it. Picture the auction room. Seasoned collectors in sharp suits, eyes locked on the display case, the bidding starting at tens of thousands, quickly leaping into hundreds of thousands. Whispers ripple through the crowd as the numbers climb. And there it is, your small copper coin sitting under the glass, the centerpiece of the night, pushing the bids into the realm of life-changing sums. The copper itself carries a nostalgic allure. This isn't just metal, it's a reminder of an era when pennies had weight, both in your hand and in value. People who grew up before the transition remember the warm hue and substantial feel of a true copper penny. Owning a 1980 copper cent in pristine condition is like holding the essence of that era preserved forever. But rarity isn't just about composition, it's about survival. Millions of pennies were minted in 1980, but almost all were copper-plated zinc. Even among the rare pure copper survivors, most entered circulation and suffered scratches, dents, and tarnish. To find one in an almost perfect state is like discovering an untouched diamond deep inside a coal mine. What's fascinating is how some of these coins were never meant to exist. Some theorize they were test strikes, others believe they were struck using leftover copper planchets from previous years. Whatever the truth, this uncertainty only adds to their mystique. Collectors love a mystery, and this coin's origin story fuels endless debate, making it even more desirable. Think about it. Most people would overlook this penny, drop it into a jar, or use it without a second thought. But for the person who recognizes its potential, this tiny disc can become a passport to wealth. That's the beauty of coin collecting, fortunes hide in plain sight, disguised as everyday change. Now, consider the condition known as uncirculated, a term that can multiply a coin's value many times over. An uncirculated 1980 copper penny retains sharp details in Lincoln's face, crisp lettering along its rim, and a mirror-like sheen across its surface. Under magnification, it would reveal no signs of wear, no fingerprints, no blemishes, just perfection. That is the condition that can turn offers from thousands into millions. Some collectors even treat coins like this as family heirlooms, passing them down from generation to generation, knowing that as time goes on, rarity increases and prices soar. A coin worth hundreds of thousands today could be worth 10 times that in the decades to come. And here's where it gets even more thrilling, because the value of such a coin isn't fixed. Unlike ordinary investments that rise and fall with the market, ultra-rare coins tend to rise steadily as supply shrinks and demand grows. That's why holding on to one could indeed change your fortune overnight when the right buyer comes knocking. Stories exist of individuals who stumbled upon rare pennies in old drawers, inherited them from relatives, or found them in flea markets for pocket change, only to later discover they'd been holding a multi-million-dollar treasure. The 1980 copper cent belongs in that same legendary category of sleeping giants of the coin world. Of course, authenticity is key. If you ever suspect you have one, professional grading by a trusted service can confirm its composition and condition. That little slab of plastic enclosing your coin, stamped with a grade like MS-67 or MS-68, is not just protection, it's your certificate to unimaginable wealth. The beauty of the 1980 copper cent lies not only in its rarity but in its symbolism. It's proof that greatness doesn't always come in grand sizes. Sometimes it's the smallest, humblest things, like a penny, that carry the power to transform your life. Imagine, then, what it would feel like to wake up knowing your coin is sitting in a bank vault, waiting for the perfect auction day. Imagine the calls from collectors around the world, the media buzz, the historic moment when your penny becomes the centerpiece of a record-breaking sale. This coin is a testament to the idea that opportunity can be hiding anywhere. It could be lying in a forgotten coin jar, tucked away in an attic, or resting quietly in a box of old family keepsakes. But for the person who recognizes its worth, it's not just a coin, it's a destiny changer. In a world where fortunes are often made through hard work and decades of persistence, the 1980 copper cent offers a tantalizing alternative. The possibility of wealth overnight, gifted by history, chance, and a little bit of luck. So if you have one, guard it well. Don't rush to sell. Don't let anyone convince you it's worth only face value. This isn't pocket change, it's a relic of minting history, a collector's dream, and a silent promise of riches waiting to be claimed. Every scratch-free, perfectly preserved surface of this coin tells a story, not just of 1980 and the minting halls, but of the incredible journey it's taken to reach you, intact and priceless. And if you hold it in your palm today, you're holding a piece of magic, a magic that can indeed change your life forever. The 1980 copper cent is living proof that sometimes, history hides in the smallest of places, and fortune favors the eyes that truly see. This is not just a collectible, it's an invitation to join the ranks of those rare few whose fortunes began with something as humble as a penny.